Good evening everyone and welcome to the stream. We had a little issue with connecting OBS to YouTube, it seems, or it was only with me, I don't know, but I had no visual. So sorry for the delay, but we are good to go now. So I hope everyone had a wonderful day today. Very hot here in Europe, 39 degrees. It's cooling down a bit, but don't feel the difference actually. So today we have a 2 hour and 10-minute flight around that, and we fly from Brazil to Argentina, and we do that with a Pmdg 737-700. So, and this is a location here in Brazil. It's a smaller airport. The airport is a freeware airport, the one that is original from the simulator. It was not great, and the place where we need to start, actually there was nothing, even not a parking spot. And so, and that's the thing that I show you now. There was actually nothing, and you only could select this place here or the place on the left here. So that was all. So we zoom in a little bit like this. And so this is the original place where you just need to start in the simulator if you don't have payware or freeware. So, and then with the freeware you get this extra. One thing I noticed, the jetways are not working, and so we need to use the stair today. So this is our plane, and voila, and that's it. And we will jump into the airplane itself, and then we can set up everything what we need here. So first of all, battery, and there we go. We have external power, so we turn that on, and then the adheres, we put it on a line first, and then we will always wait until the light goes on here, so we put it on nav, and then we are good to go. We can already turn on one fuel pump, and then here we don't need anything for now. We can turn up some light as well. So today we have real weather and a real time, and this is me. So emergency lights are on, fasten seatbelt sign, and then also window heat. It's 20 degrees Celsius here in Brazil, so actually a perfect temperature for me at least. So, and the logo light can come on as well, and then we can go to our FMC and prepare there everything. So first things first, we go here. Nope, that's not the one. We need this one, and then ground service. Ground power is active, so we go to the next page. We have the fuel truck. It's already standing ready, and I just need to click start to refuel. So we need 10,458 kilograms of fuel, so we start with that. We go to the next page, then we see the packs. I will check how many people we have today. It's 125, so we put that in 125. Put that in, and then we need to request the bus because we don't have the jetway. It's not working, so we need to wait for the bus. We go to the next page. We ask for the loader and the cards, and we need let's see, 1650. That's what we need, and also in the front 1650. But the front we cannot load yet. So that's it for now. So we go back to the packs. Fuel is loading. packs, the bus is normally here. There is a bus. The carts are coming as well. So we jump back into the plane and we can start boarding. There we go. Also board at a look air tool. Have that loaded as well. So it says 20 degrees here in Brazil. So that's more my temperature. And then we can go here. The carts are connecting. Once they are connected, we can start loading as well. And the front we do after the fuel is in. So we can start that. And then we go to the next page and the next one. So we need to wait for the fuel. We go to the menu, FMC, and then we go to the position. So our departure airport, we put that in. So that's S, B, F, and L. And then I think we can also see the gate, if that is correct, 128. We will try that. Not in the database, okay, so no problem. And then we copy this one and we put that here. We go to the route. We request a flight plan. I need to clear this first. And then we go to Pmdg, second page, and then we see nothing. Where's my flight plan? Next page. And we need this one. So we select that. 734 nautical miles. So we request plan. And then we can also ask for taxi to the runway, and then we need we will know the
Florianópolis ground,
airport, the runway where we need to go to. So 14. We can also put our flight number in. So that's ARG. And then 5896. We put that in and then we can load, but it will disappear, I think, again, so we need to put it in again. So it's a loading, and then we will see what it will give. So flight number stays, but we need to put in our runway again. That's 14. We do that and then activate and execute. So that is in. Go to the next page. So cost index. Actually, altitude, cruising altitude is 34,000 feet, so flight level 340. We'll start with that, and then I can scroll down, and then I see for the cost index is a 64. I put that in here. Reserves is 2.0, and then the rest we will do on later, once everything is loaded. So back to on this page, ground service. Next page, we are halfway for the fueling, and 120 packs already on board, so we are almost done with that. And then almost loaded up as well. So packs are in, all the passengers are on board, so we can release actually the packs bus, and we also release the stairs, and then we see everything will all leave. So once again, this is a freeware airport, and the jetways are not working. There are multiple files that you can download. Maybe I messed up something there. The scenery is here, but yeah, the jetways are not working. So think it's much better than the original airport, because that is not much. So we're waiting for the stairs to leave at the back as well. I hope it will leave. Takes a while. So it's departing now. In the meantime, I can also show you the map for today, Navigraph. So that's our route for today, from the top right to the bottom left. So that's our flight for today.
Bienvenidos a Aerolíneas. Con más de 65 años de antigüedad, somos una compañía legacy líder en Argentina, volando a 37 destinos dentro del país y 22 destinos internacionales con más de 340 partidas diarias. Contamos con 4 corredores que conectan el país, sumando además el Hub Córdoba, un verdadero centro de distribución que conecta de forma dinámica el norte y el sur del país sin pasar por Buenos Aires, generando más y mejores conexiones a nuestros pasajeros. Año a año batimos nuestros récords en cantidad de pasajeros transportados. Unimos empresas, integramos negocios entre el polo petroquímico y el polo petrolero y conectamos los principales puertos de Argentina con el corredor atlántico. Para optimizar nuestros servicios, disponemos de una flota totalmente renovada de más de 80 aeronaves e incorporamos constantemente nuevos aviones, disminuyendo así el promedio de antigüedad de nuestros aviones para garantizar un servicio de primer nivel. Además, unificamos la flota Airbus 330-200 y Boeing 737-800 y somos una de las 3 compañías en el mundo y la primera en Latinoamérica en operar con el Boeing 737-800 una aeronave de última generación, más moderna y eficiente que nos permite ofrecer el mejor servicio a nuestros pasajeros. Sabemos que nuestros pasajeros cuentan con llegar a destino a la hora pactada. Por eso ponemos nuestro foco en ser líderes en la región.
Maybe I don't know if the specs are working, but the specs are in the description below. So there are the specs.
Nuestro foco es el cliente y poder cubrir sus necesidades. Por eso, además de tener la red de vuelo más completa dentro de Argentina, con una amplia cobertura en Latinoamérica y el Caribe, gracias a nuestros acuerdos comerciales con nuestros partners de SkyTeam, ofrecemos doble vuelo diario a Roma y Madrid y conectamos a nuestros pasajeros con los principales destinos corporativos de Estados Unidos y México. En abril de 2017, fuimos elegidos por la gente como
they're
el
working.
tercer
Thank
mejor
you,
programa de pasajeros
Captain.
frecuentes
Well,
del año
you're
en los
welcome. I
premios
didn't know if
Lifegoods.
it was working actually.
Ampliamos
So,
los servicios adicionales,
welcome.
renovamos nuestra web, sumamos seguidores en las redes y lanzamos Bravo, un nuevo concepto de entretenimiento a bordo con estrenos, películas clásicas, series internacionales, juegos y videos musicales. Mejoramos nuestro salón Cóndor,
So,
un
we
lugar
are
pensado
actually
para que nuestros pasajeros puedan descansar,
landing at
disfrutar de una
runway
nueva oferta
02.
de catering de la mano del chef
That's no
Emanuel
ILS,
Sabenga
but
y
it
la
can
bodega
change.
Molinos,
So
trabajar
we'll
o
select that
simplemente
one.
relajarse antes de su vuelo o entre conexiones. SkyTeam. Somos parte de la alianza SkyTeam, compuesta por 20 aerolíneas de todo el mundo, permitiéndonos conectar a nuestros pasajeros con más de 1000 destinos internacionales, además de ofrecer los beneficios de Sky Priority, SkyTeam, Global Meetings y Sky Transfer. Sky Priority ofrece prioridad exclusiva en más de 1000 aeropuertos del mundo, brindando prioridad y atención especial al momento de hacer el check-in, despacho de equipaje, control de seguridad y pasaportes, embarque y entrega de equipaje. SkyTeam Global Meetings, una herramienta online que permite a los participantes e interesados en asistir a eventos internacionales comprar sus pasajes con descuentos de hasta el 15% volando con todas las aerolíneas miembros de la alianza en más de 1050 destinos.
So, Levi, welcome to the stream and to the chat. Welcome. Also, Ivan Pro Gamer, welcome to the stream.
El programa Sky
And to the
Transfer,
chat,
en
of
los
course.
centros de operación más
Hope you
importantes,
both doing
tiene como
well.
objetivo ofrecer transbordo de pasajeros y manejo de equipaje eficientes y sin complicaciones.
We will have some troubles with the flight plan.
Nuestro programa
Already
de pasajeros
tested,
frecuentes
and we
premia
will
a
see.
nuestros clientes
That
más
gives a lot
fieles
of
con la posibilidad
problems.
de sumar millas cada vez que viajan con nosotros, con las líneas aéreas de
You
la
can already
alianza
see it here.
SkyTeam o utilizando los servicios de las empresas asociadas al programa. Ofrecemos tarifas corporativas flexibles con un producto moderno,
In the meantime,
eficiente y
they
confiable,
have a lot of
brindando
safe, it
soluciones a
seems.
cada problema gracias a nuestros equipos de profesionales
we do,
capacitados en cada una de nuestras más de
step.
70 oficinas en todo el mundo. Adaptamos la política de viajes de nuestros clientes a convenios eficientes y competitivos, ofreciendo además importantes descuentos a los destinos corporativos de la red de aerolíneas argentinas y austral, permitiendo que las empresas acumulen puntos para cambiar por waivers y facilitando que no queden pasajes sin usar. Sus proyectos y negocios se conectan con aerolíneas argentinas.
So we need to delete some things. I think we'll start with this one to delete. And then we place this one here. And there we go. Then we also delete this one. And maybe that's all we need for now. Also this one we can delete. And replace by this. So it seems to be nice. En Ben, goedenavond mate. So, goedenavond. Ik hoop dat je niet te hard hebt afgezien of nog aan het afzien zit. Het is freaking hot. So, Ben, welcome to the stream and to the chat. Ben is also from Belgium, from where I am. So I guess he is also sweating a lot like me. So this flight plan looks much better, so we needed to delete some waypoints, and then we see that it's good. Oh no, it's not good. We see that we have a little issue here, and we will delete that as well. So we delete this and replace it with this one. And there we go. So we have a nice approach. Et voila. And there we go. Ivan Pro Gamer, how are you? Well, I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Just a bit suffering of the heat, of course, because we Belgians are not used to that. Not only Belgium, but the center of Europe. So I hope you are doing fine as well. Elliot, welcome to the stream and to the chat. Hope you are doing fine. So hello, how are you? I'm fine. Very hot, I suspect. Yes, it is. Just landed in Manchester with the Phoenix A320 VATSIM EasyJet. I think the landing was around 1:30. Oh, nice. So you fly EasyJet on VATSIM and a landing around 1:30. That was wonderful. So the EasyJet livery, I think you took it with the nice cabin colors as well. So that is always nice. George, hello everyone. Glad to fly with you again. Thank you very much, George, and welcome to the stream and to the chat as well. So I hope you are doing fine. I don't know from what location you are exactly, but I hope it's not too warm at your place. Ben here and 33 degrees. So Ben says it's still freaking hot. 33 degrees. I don't know the temperature here in my location, but I think it will be the same. 33 degrees, and it's 9:30 p.m. So in the meantime, we check our route is nice. We go back to menu, and then we see if the fuel is loaded, and then we can continue. So fuel is loaded up, 10,458. We release that, and then we can go Pexaro on board, and then we need to request the front loader and the cards, and then we can load the front as well. Once that is done, we are good to go to prepare everything, and then we are out of here. So Elliot, I floated quite a lot. Haven't installed the livery with the EasyJet cabin, as I have had to reinstall Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 twice recently. Oh yeah, that is not nice. George, you are watching the stream from Bolivia in South America. Greetings from Tirija, if I pronounce that correctly. Don't know exactly where that is, never hear from it, but yeah, it's in Bolivia. So welcome, welcome. Nice to know that you are watching from Bolivia. Very nice. So the cards are coming, and then we just wait for that, and then we can continue. In meantime, we can set the rest as well. 34,000 feet cruising altitude. We will put that in. A little bit more. That's too much. And there we go. So, it was this one that I was looking for. Flight director switch. And then that's all, I think. I always need to think because we switch from one plane to another. I don't know what this is, that to do with delivery or something else, but I saw this this afternoon, so I'm not sure what that is. Elliot, I contacted 3ATC for Manchester, okay. But that was on a VATSIM. So we go back to that last page here, and then I hope we can start. Yes, we start loading, and then in the meantime we prepare further. We set the speed to 220. So there we go as well. In the meantime we can start the APU as well. I think we can save some time with it. Flight time today 2 hours and 10 minutes, something like that. Eddie, hello, hello, welcome to the stream and to the chat. Hope you are doing fine. Elliot, yes, I think it was my second landing in Manchester in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Well, very nice, very nice, and it was a good landing, so always nice. And for the people that just jumped in, this is the freeware airport that that you can download. The original has on this place and nothing, so you cannot park here with the original airport. You have only this place where you can park, and this place, I believe. But here is no building in the original, no parking as well. So actually in the original there is not much. But this is the freeware airport. The only thing is that the jetways are not working. There are several files, I believe 4. Maybe I did something wrong with that. Not quite sure. So we just wait for the cargo, and then we can continue. And George, at Unwitables, I want to tell you that currently I'm flying the Kodiak from Simworks. Oh, and you love it. Thanks for your recommendation. Well, I had the Kodiak in Explain, and I didn't flew it that much, but it's a nice plane. So yeah, it's always nice to fly those planes. It's a bit the same as the Cessna 208. It's a bit familiar, but yeah, nice. So I would say happy flying. So we will fly very soon to Argentina from here in Brazil. 2 hours and 10 minutes, around that. And then I think we can leave very soon. We started a bit later because I had some troubles. I don't know if it's only me or it was general, but I didn't see on my YouTube my stream, so only the thumbnail, and the chat was working on my OBS, but for the rest I didn't see anything on my YouTube, so I supposed it was not connecting. And then finally it worked, so that's why we are a bit later. Can also have a look inside here, but there is nothing modeled, so so 300 more kilograms, and then we can set up everything, and then we are out of here. Meantime, I can also put on the APU bleed, and there we go. And also here we need to set 34,000 feet. We'll do that first before we forget that, otherwise we will suffer a bit. There we go. Actually, there was one plane where I forgot to set it. I don't remember which one it was, and it didn't do anything. So yep. So APU bleed, APU is on. We can get rid of the ground power, and unloading is almost done. With the first do that, then we will get rid of the ground power and also the shocks, and then we can put everything in what we need. So loading is done, releasing the cards and a loader, and then we go to the next page. Ground power can go as well, and then we just checking here, everything is gone. So we go back here, and then we can put in here. So George, how do you pick or choose your flights? Is it randomly? No. First thing is, every day I stream or do a flight in another continent. So I started actually with Africa, then we go to Asia, then we go to Europe, then North America, South America, and then Australia and New Zealand, and things around that. So that are the continents, and then I work from A to Z normally, and I use for that and what was it? A pilot's life. That's another one where you can fly routes, where you can earn some money in game, and that's what I'm using for that. And there are a lot of companies in it, and they had also recently an update, and so the more companies, and I just go through all the companies, and then I see also in combination with Sim Toolkit Pro, that company flies to that destination, but you also can do that in or see that in as a pilot's life from Simbit World, I think it is. So that's how I choose the flights. It's sometimes time consuming, but yeah, that's how I do it. Also, people can do a flight request, but not in the coming 2 months. This month and next month, from September, we can do that again. So well, let's continue with our plane. We need to put this in 52.5. Planet fuel was 10.5. We will put that in as well, and then we can execute. And there we go. We go to the next page. 19 degrees Celsius, and then we take the first one that's already selected. Then we go to takeoff, flaps 5, like mostly. We put this in 18.9. That's a trim of 6.66. We can put in the V1 speed as well, 128 and 131, and V2 is 138. So, and that is what we have. And then we need to set our trim to 666. We turn the wheel. George, okay, thanks, no problem, mate, no problem. So we're turning the wheel and we put it on 666. So turning, that is 6, and I think this is 666 exactly, something like that. So, but we need to come back here, I believe. Once we depart, it will say check your V speeds, and then one number will be changed. I don't know why that is. If someone knows that, then I'll let me know. Can we put this on already? Yes, we can. Did we need to do the auto throttle? We need arm. Okay, APU is started. And then we also need to see where we need to go. Runway 14. Where is runway 14? I have no clue. I'm not familiar with this airport, and actually don't know where runway 14 is. That's 32, it seems. And what we have there, and there we have 14. So we need to go in that direction. So we plan our pushback, pre-plan. Actually, I needed to do that already a long time ago, but we will do it now. We turn the plane in that way. And we place it here, so that is done as well. In the meantime, we can prepare for engine start as well. So we turn on all the fuel pumps. Yaw damper can come on as well. And for the rest, everything is set. So I believe we are good to go. If I forgot something, then you people will let me know. Thank you. So let's do flight request. A long time that sound was working. Very weird. It's working now. So we start engine and number 2. And then we have the safety briefing. And then we see the pushback track connecting. Jonah, Roberto, welcome, and good night for you too. Thank you very much. So we can add fuel. And then we can also release the parking brake. It was already released, it seems. Now I like to get pushed back. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it needs to lift first. So we'll lift, and then I need to release parking brake again. So there we go. And we have also got something. We go to menu, we go to here, and we need to release the shocks. Oh, they are gone now. Alright, does automatically. So engine 2 is started. We start engine number 1.
For further information with respect to your service, thank you, Trustmaster.
Can already put on the generator for engine number 2. And that was a safety briefing for the people that understand it. Good, good, but I didn't understand anything of it. And so we can add fuel. And voila. Engine number 1 is starting. Pushback is almost done. So you see the sun is already very low.
Please set your parking brake. Parking brake set.
Yeah.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. It's not set. It don't work.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect. Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Well, that is not working, it seems. So we put brakes, auto brakes to RTO. We set flaps to 5. And there you have the sound as well. So flaps are set, and then we are good to go. Oh, we needed to set the generator for engine 2. We also turn off APU, and then we need to turn off the APU bleed, packs on auto, and then probe can come on as well. I think we are good to go then. The fuel pump, the center fuel pumps on, taxi light on, and then we go to runway 14. There we go. Ivan Pro Gamer, have you thought about staying as a pilot? Yes. Even not so long ago, actually, I wanted to do go for my PPL, so private pilot license, but yeah, I got some health issues, and that made me rethink it. So for now, not. Maybe in the future, but depending how it will go with the health. But like Elliot, he is going for his pilot license, so his PPL, so that is a nice thing. He's flying the Cessna 152. I think last week or the week before he was flying the 172. So yeah, that's nice, very nice. And as you can see, we have a yellow light here from the FMC. So I need to adjust my V speeds, I believe. I don't know why that is. So we will do that at a hold short point, and then we prepare for takeoff. I don't know what time it will be dark here, but it seems that it is already, the sun is already pretty low, so I think we will land in the dark today. Because we lost already 51 minutes and then we are still not in the air. So we go to the right here to runway 14. And then we check everything, and then we are good to go. So for the people that are interested in flying here, well, I advise you to download this airport.
Florianópolis Tower, Boeing 140.
Otherwise it will be boring. So we put that on, this on, and that off. And then also we need to go here. Anti-collision light on. And then we go back to the FMC. We check our V speeds. So verify takeoff speeds. Take off. And as you can see, it's still the same. I don't know why I need to check it, but it's still the same. Sometimes there is one number different, but now it was still the same. And then the light is out, as you can see. So there we go, ready for takeoff. Ivan, where do you live is because your voice sounds familiar. Okay, so what country I live? That is Belgium. I live in Belgium. Somewhere between France, Germany, Holland, Luxembourg. So we line up, and then we are good to go, I believe. So there we go. I don't set the clock because some people already know it. And there we have a car.
Rotate. V2.
Rotate. There we go.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Boeing 1404, continue for north departure. Boeing 1404, leaving my airspace frequency change.
Ivan, you live in Spain? Alright. Well, that's not that far from Belgium. Just an hour or 3 flying or so. 4 maybe. Depending where in Spain you live. So 1,900 feet, 2,000. And that's a very big climb. So we turn on autopilot. 3,000 feet. And we can check again. As you can see. So real weather, real time. And where is the sun? So there is the sun. And then 2 hours and 14 minutes. So I believe it will be dark when we land in Argentina. So I hope that runway has light. Otherwise we are a bit screwed. So we can retract the flaps. And we can go to 2. From 5 to 2. And we are at 5,600 feet at the moment. Climbing to 34,000 feet. And so far everything goes well. So we are at 6,000. And then we can retract flaps to 1. And we can retract flaps to 0. We are speed enough, so. And then we have a nice view here. So yesterday we flew the Phoenix A320. Landing was not good, mostly with the Phoenix. The landing before with the Phoenix it was decent, actually very good. But yesterday again it was not good. I need to change some things because the auto throttle disconnect button is not working. So on this plane it works, but on the Phoenix it don't work, so I need to figure out what I need to change. So back to the cockpit, 10,000 feet, lights off. Come on, lights off. Et voila. So we can also put it on standard, and there we go. And we make a right turn, and I show you also a navigraph again. And the beginning and the ending is not correct, so we will not follow the route in the beginning, but eventually we will come there, because our departure was not set in SimRave. It was actually everything direct. So, but this is a navigraph. You can see where we're going to. The clock here I don't touch, because if there is the numbers in green, then it will speed up the game. Like 2 streams ago with the 737, I had that. Didn't know what was happening. Everything went so fast, and then it seems that the speed was going of the game was going 4 times faster. So we don't touch that anymore. So we departed 5 before 10 or something. Yeah, 5 before 10 my time. And yeah, know how long it will take before we land. Actually it will be 12 o'clock, so in 2 hours we will land. We have your message again. We can clear that. Sean, welcome to the stream and to the chat, mate. I hope you are doing well. Sean, you forgot the E. No problem, mate. Hello. So, good afternoon. Damn it, I misspelled it. Yes. But I know what you mean, so no problem, mate. Good afternoon for you, because it's afternoon for you. So in the meantime we are at 16,000 feet. We just departed from Brazil, a freeware airport that I downloaded, and the only thing was that the jetways were not working, but even then it's still better than the original. And the reason why the jetways are not working, I'm not sure, but maybe you have multiple downloads for it. Maybe I did something wrong, or I forgot to install something, or yeah, I don't know, but maybe it's just my fault. Lorraine, bye bye, and thanks for watching. Sean, that seat have EFE? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, you mean that seat? There is no seat. Yeah, it's just a weight saving thing. No seat. And my we have some waves, it seems. Getting seasick. In-flight entertainment. All right. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh yes. I think with the last update it came. I didn't see it before. Also, the cushions here was not before, I think. But I can be wrong. But yeah, after the last update I saw this as well. You cannot push it, cannot watch anything, but yeah, it's getting better. We have also some books. Hey, voila, that is our cabin. But we have also missing one seat here, so that was for Miss Lazy. She was lazy again, so I kicked everything out. We don't need that co-pilot seat, so I kicked it out. Weight saving. Meantime, we are at 17,000 feet and we stay there. And do we need to stay here? I don't know. For now. Sean didn't know that you can do that. Me neither. You can also delete the pilot seat, but that will be a bit more uncomfortable. You can also delete this seat. You just go to options. If you go to menu, and then here, and then options, I believe. Simulation, it's not. Just aircraft. Not sure anymore where it was, but I will check it for you where you can do it. I just saw it before the stream when I was setting up everything. And so it's not here, so maybe in this place it will also not be. Nope. Maybe simulation. Here you have it. So hide first officer seat is just to go to simulation, and then you can say yes or no. So if you have no, then the seat is here, and then if you hide yes, also captain, and then also the yoke. Oh no, captain seat, yes, you can do. Et voila. That's it. And we go back to the next page. Sean, click on the fire extinguisher. I want to see something really quick. Well, I tried it, but I don't find the click spot. I was just doing it very quickly, but I think the click spots are removed because there were also click spots. Oh no, we have click spots here, but that can be from the seat. So I'll first do the seat before I do something stupid. As you can see, we have still that thing. Maybe it's still from the seat, I'm not sure, and I will not click it. But I believe the other things were here, and if I remember, this was more covered by the fire extinguisher, and then this was more covered, so I believe everything is solved here. Now when the flight is done, if I remember it, I will click here, but I guess it's from the seat, so there are no click spots anymore here, I believe, because I think this is even smaller, not sure. So meantime, almost 20,000 feet, and we are flying for, let's say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. And we can also put that off, and if that is going to off, then everything is working perfectly. Et voila! So everything is going well, and this is the livery for the company. So I think this is the latest livery. So we have some nice colors. So I hope we have only the dark at the end and not a mid-flight or something, because then we have no scenery to enjoy. And I just need to get used to my cams. I'll put it here. Sean just got this game called Stray. Have you heard of it? Stray? And don't say me anything, Stray. No. It's a new game called Stray. Don't ring a bell, so I cannot say anything of that. What's about it? You control a cat. Alright. That's new. So you control a cat. But no, honestly, I think you saw it on stream, on Steam. But recently I'm not much on Steam, so because I always preparing the flights for you guys, and that's why I'm not on Steam. And I always close it when I start up the PC. Before I was frequently on Steam and checked out everything, because there is also a simulator coming out. I think it's Sidestick or something, and that it is called. I was waiting for that, and but it's already on my waiting list for a long time. And I think it's Sidestick that is called, that you need to fly cargoes to other airports and stuff, and you can upgrade your airplane and make it lighter and whatever. But yeah, it's not out yet, so we need to be patient. And it's not the same as this simulator, because here you have actually an open world, and that's like you don't have an open world, and you cannot fly further than the limit. Actually, here there is no limit. Sean, you need to look at Steam, and then Sidestick, I think that it is called, and it looks nice, but it's just small airplanes that you can fly, like bush flying. It's something like that. Ivan, I need to go. Have a good flight and a good night. Thank you very much, Ivan, and hope the same for you. Have a wonderful evening and night. Sleep well, and I hope it's not too warm in Spain to sleep. So we go back to our cockpit, and then we check 27,000 feet, almost 28,000, and everything is going well. Just a bit slow, I think, that we are climbing. Sean, oh, I see it now. Okay. So I don't know why that is here. I think this is a little bug or something, because this don't belong here. But hey, don't do anything wrong, so I don't care. So for the new people, if you are here and you like the stream, then please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, then thumbs down. And I always try to reach 20 likes. And then we have also a plane in front of us, it seems, a bit higher. Sean, have you tried Pmdg drive? No, I didn't try it. I know the game. I wanted to try it, but actually I never did. And yeah, have time short now, so now it's also not the good moment to try it. But if I have ever the chance, I will try it. So we try to catch that plane. Don't know exactly what that plane is. I will check. Do we see it? Yes, we see it. So you can also see it here on this navigation. So that's goal transport. And this is the plane in front of us. So it's flying at 36,000 feet, and we're flying at going to 34,000 feet. So Sean, same here. Yeah, busy people, you know. The days are too short, life is too short, and cannot do everything, unfortunately. So we are at almost 33,000 feet, so 1,000 to go, and then we are at cruising altitude. For the people that are here all the time, they know what that means. For the people that are new here, then I will explain. We can also turn this off, and then after with our landing, we can set it on 3 or something. And then we also prepare for landing. Normally it's on runway 02, that's airnav, but in case we need to land at the other runway 20, we will put in the ILS frequency and the course, and then are we prepared? So Joel Johnson, welcome to the stream, mate, and to the chat. I hope you are doing well. So thanks for joining us. Hope you are not suffering too much. Well, we have a little bit of turbulence, but it's still okay. So we are racing to that goal transport airplane. So we just reached 34,000 feet. We have a crosswind of 64 knots, and we're flying at a ground speed of 422. So that's not that quick. So everything is set. We can go to program, and then we see that we have 561 nautical miles left to our top of descent. Et voila. So we have still time. I will give you guys a view so you can see something. Don't know what is the best view. Let's say this one. Maybe you can see the plane passing. So I will give you this view. Amazingly, we are just finished stream. Okay, good job. We are at 34,000 feet, so that means one thing for the new people, that I grab some vitamins. So I will be back in 1 nautical minute, and then we can continue with the flight. So don't run away. just grab something to drink and we can continue because it's very hot. Oh, and we have that plane, we will check that out. Oh no, you just see this. Alright, no problem. So, amazing Liber, drink time, indeed, indeed. So, people, I will see you in 1 minute. I'll see you then.
Boeing 1404, traffic alert. 11 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level tree 40, generic. Report them in sight. GOL transport tab 129er, 0 traffic alert. 6 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level tree 45. Report them in sight. Boeing 1404 traffic in sight. GOL transport tab 129er, 0 traffic in sight.
So, I'm back. And that's me again. So, I just took something to drink. And then we can enjoy our fresh and cold water. As you can see. Cola, I don't see it because of my everything is in my way. Actually, I don't see it. So voila. And then we have also some cooling stuff. Oops, sorry. Actually, my battery is that, I think. Cheers! I will open this and then can continue. There we go. Cheers! And it seems that we lost our plane. Okay, the plane is going down. So we have some nice scenery, very greenish, always nice. It's my son's favorite color, green. So 34,000 feet and everything is going well. 529 nautical miles to go before top of descent, and that is what it is for now. So we can just sit back and relax. Then we have also some information about the company. So Aerolíneas Argentinas. So that company is actually found in May 1949 and started operations at 7 December 1950, so the year later. So the base or main hub is Buenos Aires. And the fleet size is 78 aircraft, and there will come on one more. The average fleet age is 9.6 years old, and they fly with the Airbus A330 200, and they have 9 of them. 8 are in service and 1 is parked. Then they have also the 737-700, like the one that we are flying today. So they have 8 in total of them. 6 in active service and 2 parked. We have also 29 Boeing 737-800s, 26 are in service and 3 are parked, and they have also 5 MAX 8. No, yes, 5 in service and 1 is parked, for a total of 6. And then they have also the Embraer ERG 190, and they have 26 of them. So that makes 87. No, 78, sorry. And there will come in the future, there will come 1737 MAX 8 extra. So that is the fleet size of this beautiful company. In the meantime, I show you again a Navigraph. So there we go, we are on course now. The intro also will be a bit different, but the main time that we flying will be at the correct course. Actually, just the approach will be different. Tomorrow we fly from Spain, and I don't have an exact location yet for our flight tomorrow, because we fly with the 146, the British Aerospace 146 from Just Flight, and I do that in combination with On Air company manager. So depending on the flight that we get tomorrow, or select tomorrow, because if there is a good flight I will pick it. There are flights already, of course. I can select one anyway, every day, anytime. But I just wait until tomorrow, and then I make my decision for where we fly to. And the chance is big that we fly to France. So from Spain to France. So departure is in Malaga, in the south of Spain, and then probably to France. But we will see that tomorrow. So tomorrow we have the flight with the British Aerospace 146, always a challenge. And I hope we can do an ILS landing, and that we can do it everything like it should, instead of messing it up. So we will try that tomorrow. So I'm very I need to say that, looking forward to it. Elliot, you might fly the British Aerospace 146 tomorrow. Oh, nice, nice. Well, anyway, I will fly it, so for sure tomorrow. If nothing comes between it, but if I stream tomorrow, then it will be the 146. Next week we will fly the A330 and the fly-by-wire. So that will be for sure for next week, and then also the 146 we fly again next week. And then the rest will be the Pmdg and the Phoenix. Elliot, a city, and I didn't know the message that you deleted. I didn't saw that. So tomorrow we fly from Malaga. We depart there, but yeah, the destination is not. I don't have yet. Elliot, Innsbruck to London City, maybe. Okay. That's a nice flight. So it's very quiet here in the cockpit. Actually, we just have some wind and noise. And then we see that we have still 484 nautical miles to go. And then actually we can prepare. Go to menu where we need to be. Always forget. Init page. Then we go to this and approach. And we don't have any info about the approach for the other runway. So I need to do it with Navigraph. I will check if we have there some details. Open the chart. Runway 20. Let's see that. ILS runway 20. So course is 199. We will put that in. Maybe we don't need it, but just in case. 199. And there we go. And then also our ILS frequency. Let me check. I believe it's 109.9. So we will change it. This 109.9 like this. We also change this one. And then that's set. So if we need to change a runway, then we have our ILS set. Not quite sure if this is okay. This can be also 279. Not quite sure, but we will see that after. No, it's a 109. That's it. Okay. We're done with that. And then we can go back. So we're getting some beautiful colors. It's a bit early for those colors, but yeah, I hope we will land on time. It's not dark in 20 minutes or something that we don't need to fly the whole time in the dark. It's refreshing, but I think my battery is down. So actually Lennox asked me yesterday for a package or something to show. Well, this is this. You fill it with water, you push the button and some steam coming out, and it's refreshing. It makes you a little bit wet. So it's actually a mist sprayer made in China. And with the weather that we have now, we can use that. So actually I can see if I can charge that, because there is an USB cable with it. So we'll try to charge it so we can use it a bit longer. So a little USB cable, and then we put that on the back, something like this, and voila. And I'll turn my mic away. So it's charging. Elliot, now you are going to practice flying in the Cessna 152 at Black Bush. Don't know where that is. I think it's in England, but I don't know where that is. The first time I hear from it, Black Bush, if I pronounce that correctly. But anyway, good luck, mate. So we have still a headwind of 62 nautical knots, I mean, and then we have still, what is it, 442 nautical miles to go. That's our distance to our top of descent, and then we can descending, of course. So we can already put that to 3,000 feet or something, and we cannot forget that anymore. And then the plane will descend automatically. Elliot, I show it you, it's near, okay, yes, he said it's right, it's where I'm having my lessons. Oh, okay. Yeah, we were, indeed, I remember you were saying I needed to go to the next airport where we landed. I was not finding it immediately, but at the end I found it. So, and it's that airport that you will fly. All right, very nice. So anyway, good luck with it. Always having fun. So always nice that people can start in the simulator and then get the vibes, everything what you need for being pilot actually, and is interested so much that he started to fly in real life. So that's a great thing, and then we will see where he gets with it. Maybe he will one day a professional pilot, let's hope. Elliot, you also do RC flying? Oh, okay. Well, that will be nothing for me because I will crash that thing all the time. I like to fly drones with sensors and stuff, just relax. But flying an RC, you stand the opposite way, you need to turn the opposite way and stuff like that, you know, nothing for me. For that, before that, you flew in RC sim for ages. Oh, nice. Elliot, DJI. Well, at the moment I don't have one, and we need to turn off our fuel pumps here. So I was planning to buy one when it was last year, and I was at the point to buy one. But then I've also I did my exam, succeed, and did everything what I needed to do for it. The only thing what I don't dare is buying one, because yeah, I was not feeling well and needed to have an operation, and after that, yeah, I had a lot of complications. So yeah, still no drone. So Actually, I was wanted to buy the DJI, but I don't know which one it was. It was at that moment a new one that came out, but actually it was too heavy, and with all the restrictions that I have here, because I'm also close to an airport, it was actually impossible to fly. So then I needed to buy actually the Mini 2, and but yeah, still I didn't buy it. Now you have the Mini 3, so yeah, we'll see how it goes with the hill, and then maybe we can buy after the drone. Elliot, you have the Mavic Mini, which is under the 250 grams. Yes, you have the first one. Okay. If I will buy one, it will be the third one now. Last year it was still the second one, but I live too close to an airport, and there are too many restrictions here. So I just need to see what I can buy and what not. Or what I can fly and what not. I also need to ask permission all the time. When then, let's say I want to do a test flight here in my garden, then I need to ask approval for that to the tower and wait for approval. And if there is a plane coming over, then I need to land, because mostly the plane's coming over in my direction. So it's a pretty difficult, I think, to fly here in my garden. I also like the freestyle or cinema or Cinewhoop drones that you can mount a GoPro on it, or a naked GoPro or something, you know, those things. You can shoot a nice images with it. So yeah, so the FPV drones, yes, that I also like. Well, it's not so easy. But yeah, I started to do streaming in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so everything changed a bit. So I was also doing plane spotting at Brussels airport, but since last year, before the summer actually, I didn't have any visit anymore to the airport in Brussels, Brussels airport. So yeah, but we will see what we can do in the future, and hope I can go filming again, because that's also something what I like to do. Not only planes, but also other stuff. Another new lens like this one. This is my latest lens. I have it already a year or so, but yeah, only used it just 2 times, I think. So it's a video lens, a very nice one. And I put that on my camera where I'm filming now with. So that's the Lumix, Panasonic Lumix G80 or G85, depending in what region you are. So 388 nautical miles to go. So I will put on some lights, because I think we will land at the dark, and now I still can't find them, so I will put them on. So now we still see something. We have lights here. Yes, we do. We have lights here. We turn them on as well. We have more lights. There's a problem if you fly always older airplanes, that you always need to search for lights and stuff, the things that you mostly don't use. But yeah, it's even more difficult if you start in the dark, then you don't see much. But I think we are good here. Just we need to find them here. Oh, I turned them on already, and that's it. Alright, no more lights, so I believe we are good. Okay, we have also a light here, we can use that, and we have a light here. For the new people, yes, we don't have a seat here, just a weight saving. And our co-pilot, Miss Lazy, she was lazy today, so she didn't come, so I kicked out the seat. So we have actually a better look for the texture. As you can see, it's not that nice here, but mostly you don't see it because you have the seat. Yeah, voila. And we are still not halfway, and the sun is going under, so we will be too late, and I cannot fly faster. So I don't know what time it is here in Argentina or Brazil. It will be around 5, so it will be very early in dark actually in that country. I didn't check it online what time the sun is going under actually, but it seems to be very soon, very early. So we will have a night landing. It's not yet difficult enough. So also later this week we have a flight in and we have a new subscriber, Wissy. Is that correctly pronounced? Wissy29 Aussie, but let me know what is correct. And thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the family, welcome to our community, and thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Always nice to have some new people.
Subscribe to the channel.
So I was just saying, and I need to check that we have a flight, and before I say something stupid I will need to check first, of course. Actually we have a flight from a port Moresby in Papua New Guinea, and we fly to Queensland in Australia. So that is for Thursday. Thursday is our last stream for this week, because Friday I don't stream, but Thursday is the last stream, and then we fly from Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, to Australia, to Queensland, and that's also in the 737-700. So and tomorrow the the British Aerospace 146, and we're departing in Malaga. That's it. the destination we don't know yet, that we will know tomorrow. But the chance is big that we fly to France, but we will see. So we make a turn here, and then we hope we can locate the airport, and that there are lights at the airport. I didn't check that, but it's also a small airport. There is no freeway for it, so it's very basic, very small. Only one runway has ILS, but it seems to be closed or something, because the numbers are with a cross on it, so there is something going on, so I'm not really sure. So 344 nautical miles to go, and then we start our descent. So for all the people that didn't came on the screen when they subscribed, so also thank you to those people for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the family and to the community. So if you are wondering why you didn't came on the screen, that's just because of the privacy settings in your account. So if you want to change that and you want to go on the streams in live streams, so you want to come on the screen, then change your privacy settings from your YouTube channel, and then they get a notification on the streams itself. So we put that yoke up a bit more realistic. Of course, it's not really realistic without the seat here, but yeah, we have a jump seat, no problem. And we are actually alone in the aircraft. There is a A321 mod now, and there are passengers in the cabin that you can see moving and doing some stuff. So that's very new. For the other planes, I don't believe it exists a mod for that, but it's actually, the mod is actually a complete plane like the fly-by-wire, and but on the A321 from Airbus with some people in the cabin. It's not the biggest or highest detail or most beautiful people actually, but we have some people. That's already something, and not an empty airplane. And it's also very quiet for new planes and stuff. It's very quiet, no news, nothing is coming out at the moment. We're expecting Pmdg with the 600 and 800 in August. So that will be the two planes that will come out that I know. Other than that, we just need to wait. And I see that we are streaming for 1 hour and 42 minutes, so it's almost 11 o'clock. And the departure was just before 10 o'clock, so let's say that we're flying now for 1 hour, so we are almost halfway. So total flight time is 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we are pretty much halfway. So that means that we still have 1 hour and 5 minutes to go, something around that, before we land in Argentina. So if there are people here from Brazil or Argentina, let me know. Always nice to know. Tomorrow we have then more European flight. Actually, it's not classified as a European flight in my streams then, because it's an on-air company flight that we do tomorrow. But and then after we go to Papua New Guinea. And on Monday, or maybe Sunday, but I believe Monday, we will be back in Africa. On Tuesday we go then to Asia, and on Wednesday probably Europe again. And like that we fly every day in another continent. So that's a bit the purpose of it. So we are still flying at 34,000 feet, and then I lower this again, and we see 304 nautical miles still to do to our top of descent, and no alarm so far, and that's also very great. And then we just look around the cockpit, and I'm really waiting for this EFB panel, or the fly pad or iPad, depending how you call that. So where you can have all the options instead of in the FMC. So that would be very nice if they release that. They are working on it, so we are waiting for that. I will check if I can have some more steam. I don't know if you can see that, the steam. See? Yeah. So you can cool down a bit with it. It makes your face a bit wet. Oh, it's nice. Of course you cannot do that too much, because otherwise you're completely wet. But yeah, with the temperatures that we have here now in Europe that we are not used to, then it's very welcome. So back to the cockpit, 34,000 feet and less than 300 nautical miles to go, 291 to our top of descent. And that's all for the headwind that we fly next week. The headwind A330 and the latest update is 0.2.000. So I didn't download it yet, I didn't fly it yet, so we will see what that will give, what the new things are in that plane, and how it flies, of course. I know it flies very well. It has the same systems actually as the fly-by-wire. They work together, so it's nice to see that in that plane as well, because that's also a freeware plane like the fly-by-wire. So, and then also next week we fly the fly-by-wire as well, so and then we can hear some nice sounds, because that's the plane with the best sounds in the simulator. Not one other plane comes close to that. So once again, here is a navigraph, so halfway, and we are just in front, just before Uruguay, so we will cross that country, and then we come into Argentina. So so for the people that likes night landings or dark landings, well, this is the right time. So we will land in the dark for sure. Normally I don't really plan it to do that. Sometimes I try to just at the end that it is almost dark. But here we do it real time, so or lifetime. But we will for sure landing in the dark. And then we spray again. Can you really use it? I have no clue what temperature it is in the room here, but it is very, very hot. Also, the window is open and there is a ventilator in front of the window to blow the normally fresher or colder air into the room, but now there is nothing fresh. So I think it's the same heat outside as inside, so same temperature, so it don't really help, it seems. And tomorrow they give 27 degrees, it's already a bit better, and some rain. The plants will be very happy. So we were talking before a bit about drones, so if there are more drone pilots here, then let me know, and what drone you fly. Always nice to hear. Like Elliot is he flies with drones and RCs, so yeah, very nice. So she will change the squawk, and there we go. So 254 nautical miles to go. We have still a headwind of 63 knots. Our ground speed is 403 knots, so We are actually flying very slow. That don't really help. We don't have any other lights here because it's so dark, or getting so dark. That's also a light. Can we turn that on? We will see. I'd like to have some more light. Dome light. There we go. Right, so that light is on. So we will use that. So that I'm seeing what I'm saying. Otherwise I don't see what I say. So we have some light here. And this actually I don't really use because it's too much in my way actually. Last time I tried it, but it's not really for me. I'm always looking here, so, and that this thing is in the way actually, so no, not a real fan of it, but maybe some people will like it. So 200 and let's say 40 nautical miles to go. So you have still some time, and then we can prepare for descent, and then we ask also permission to land and to see what runway we need to land. Normally I think it will be a 02, that's air nav. And if it's not, then it will be runway 20, and that's ILS. But there is a cross above the number, or the number is covered by a cross, so I don't know what's happening there. But we'll see what ATC give us, and we can always change if necessary. And let's hope that we have a nice landing today. And yesterday it was a bit of a slide, so today it need to be better. Let me check our map. As you can see, our top of descent is here. We still have a pretty long way to go, and with this speed it takes only longer. So if you are new here to the channel, and then you always can ask questions, no problem. If you have a problem, then I'll try to help, or someone else in chat will help. Also for the people that want to fly with me, because sometimes I get questions that they will, someone wants to fly with me. Well, we can do that from November. I will start a world tour with a DC-3. That will be a free plane that comes in the sim from Aeroplane Heaven. So, and that will come in November for free, just the same as the A310 from Anybuild, and that will also come for free. So from then I will start a world tour every week, one flight, and you all can join, and then we try to fly around the world in 10 years or something. I don't know, but we do, let's say, a 1 hour and 30-minute flight every week together. So for all the people that are interested, feel free to join then. I will give more information later. And there we have traffic. So we still see the sun. It's almost down.
GOL transport has 7675 traffic. It's 4 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 345. Report them in sight.
And then we show Navigraph again. So we are at Uruguay.
GOL transport has 7675.
And I believe when we leave Uruguay we can start our descent, something around that. I want to check actually my other map for that. Actually not. There's still quite a bit. The people that want to have something for free and that don't have a little nav map, well, that is this map, and you can exactly see where you are. Also the plane that we just saw in front of us is here, so that's that plane that was just in front of us. So you can see everything, you can plan your route here, so always nice to have that. So for the new people, a little nav map, that's a good option. Even if I have Navigraph, I still use that as a backup, so it's very nice to have. And then also Sim Toolkit Pro, that is also running at the moment. So, and that is this. It's a bit the same, but you can plan flight planning, flight schedule, logbook, fleet, landing reports and stuff. There are so many options, I don't know everything of it, but yeah. And here you can see that this what the blue line is what we were planned to do, and the green thing is actually what we did. So that is also for free. So Sim Toolkit Pro, free to download. And then we put some mist again. And today it's very quiet in chat. There's a long time ago that it was so quiet here in chat. Maybe it's just a less popular flight, or I don't know, or people are on holiday, or it's just too warm for the European people here. They're all sweating, or they are laying down in their bath tube with some ice cubes. Also possible, but actually that's a good idea. Today even my cell phone was overheating, so even for my cell phone it was too hot. I was watching the Tour de France actually in the car when I needed to pick up my son, and yeah, my cell phone was overheating. The first time I have that, And for the people that are interested in the Tour de France, tomorrow and the day after are two very interesting days for the Tour de France, because the two last days with climbs in the hills, very nice to see, at least if you like cycling. Also tomorrow there is a special day actually. There's a birthday that I cannot forget. So hope I will remember it tomorrow. Yesterday it was actually my grandfather that was his birthday. So he got 92 years of age. 92 years old. So in the meantime we check again, 173 nautical miles to go before our top descent, and then what is our speed? 403, still a headwind of 63 knots. So yeah. And then fuel, still okay. Center tanks are empty. We have always 2000 kilograms of fuel extra, because one time we run out of fuel, so I take always 2000 kilograms extra. So if you go back here, and we see landing, we can land at 132. And wind correction is +5, so let's say 137 or something we can land for sure. No, right. So beautiful colors. The sun is almost down. So I think we still need to do 1/3 of the flight, so it will be completely dark soon. And we zoom out a bit. You can also fill that with Coca-Cola, or for the people that like beer or something, you can also fill it with that. Like as if you fill it with Coca-Cola, it will be a bit messy. So it will be interesting to see how our landing will go in the dark, because I didn't do that many times, so often. So I'm not really experienced in landing with no light or in the dark. So we will see how that will go, because most of the streams are always during the daylight, just because of the if you fly at night you don't see anything of the scenery. That's why we always fly during the day. But sometimes I fly real time, and yeah, and then you get this. So I was actually thinking, when we have time enough, or it will be just dark when we are there, but I think it will be way sooner, maybe a bit too soon. But it's something different, so as you can see, sun almost down. And we still have 140 nautical miles to go before our top of descent, and then you still can count like 30 minutes later we will land, something like that. And today we land with a yoke, of course, because we're flying an Airbus, no, an Boeing, sorry. So we will see how that will work. And for that I use the Honeycomb yoke actually. It's a nice one, but I really want to feel the difference between the Airbus, no, the Boeing yoke from Trustmaster and this one. It's a different system, but I just want to feel the difference and what is the smoothest actually to use, because the Honeycomb it feels a bit stiff and not so precise, because it's a bit too stiff, I think, from my opinion. So it's also nice that we have some blinking lights here and here, as you can see. So in the meantime we have 17 likes. If you didn't like the video yet, and if you want, please do that thumbs up. I need 3 more. That's my number that I try to reach every stream, so 20 likes. If there are people that don't like it, then please push the thumb down, and then I also know that. And if you want to see more from these streams, then also push that subscription button. So when that thumb and that bell or something, you can also push that. As you can see behind us, it's already pretty dark. So the scenery we will not see much anymore very soon, but we saw already a beautiful scenery, and hope we can see a beautiful landing. It's a small airport, standard from the simulator, and there was no freeware to download. I don't know if there is a payware actually, I didn't check that. But for our departure airport there was a payware for. But I don't know for our arrival airport. Also, I heard that there were at least two airplane crashes in real life. I think there were two in Africa. Don't exactly remember the country, but the last one, it was actually 2 days after each other with a Fokker 50. And the last one, it was on its roof. So on landing, I think the left wing broke, and the plane turned around and landed actually on the roof. 30 people inside of the airplane, they all survived. So luckily they all survived. Also the day before there was a crash. I think it was with the same company, not pretty sure, with the same kind of airplane, and it had also something to do with landing. So George, what flight simulator payware stuff you have? Well, actually not that much. I don't have payware scenery. I don't have I just have some planes, and the planes are just the Phoenix, the Pmdg, the 146 from Just Flight, also the Kit Fox. I have also the Cessna 170B from Coronado, and then I really need to think what else I have. So the Kit Fox is a nice plane. Also the Coronado 170B, very nice plane if you like bush flying. Two nice planes. And then for the bigger ones, yeah, the Phoenix, Pmdg, and the Just Flight British Aerospace 146. What is my favorite plane actually, because you have so much things to do. It's an older plane, and yeah, the second airliner that I like the most is actually the Pmdg 737. So I'm not talking about quality, I'm just talking about what I like the most because just of flying it, and I'm not talking about quality, because otherwise maybe you can just flip it, to be honest. But other than that, I don't have any payware, I believe. George, and what one of those airplanes you prefer the most? Well, personally, and that's a personal thing, the 146 from Just Flight, the one that we will fly tomorrow, that's my favorite. In the beginning I hated that because I didn't know anything of that plane. I had difficulties to start. Then when I started, then it was flying, but then two engines I lost, actually, one engine 1 and 3, and then so of course I have still two more than that, so I still can fly, But then at landing I noticed that my landing gear didn't work, so yeah, well, belly landing then. So, and also I crashed already once when taking off. It's very tricky to take off as well, but yeah, the more I fly it, the more I like it. There are so many things you need to do. You always need to keep an eye on it. So yeah, we're never done with that plane. With this plane you have a lot of knobs and switches and stuff like that, more than in the Phoenix or in an A320. So yeah, because of that, it's actually my second favorite plane, and then yeah, the fly-by-wire and the Phoenix on the third place. It's just because yeah, everything is in an Airbus is so organized and very simple to do. Those planes are wonderful, but just to have something to do in the planes, I prefer the Pmdg and the 146 more. But yeah, we don't speak about quality, it's just about what I liked flying actually. So little David, hi everyone, welcome to the stream and to the chat. Hope you are doing fine. So welcome. So that is actually my preference for now. Yeah, but as a beginner, for a beginner plane, yeah, try first the freeware planes like the fly-by-wire, the Headwind A330. Try those if you like the big jets. Actually, try those, and then you can go from there. If you then want another one, I would say the Pmdg, because you have done already one A320 and one A330, so then you can actually go for the Pmdg. Then you have a 737 of Boeing, and after, if you want to go a step further, actually then you can go for the Just Flight 146, and that's a handful, but very fun to fly, very nice to fly. Just taking off is a bit difficult, at least in my opinion or my experience. So there are some things that I like to see different, like the 146. It has also, and I will fold this because it's in my way. If you see here, for the emergency landing gear, or to retract the landing gear manually, you have a hatch here in this plane, and it's modeled. If you open that, then you have 3 things that you can click here, as you can see. So that is modeled. Also in the 146 you see the same thing. It's a bit more here, but you see the same thing, but it's not modeled, so it cannot open. There is just a metal plate on it, and there is a click spot, and if you accidentally click that metal plate here, then your emergency landing gear goes down and you are forced to do an emergency landing. Yeah, you cannot retract it anymore, so you need to land, and even I think reload the simulator, because yeah, even if you turn off the plane and restart everything, it's still not working anymore, so you cannot retract it anymore. So that's a bit of a bummer. But what I like to see, when I had that, I also put in the forum of Just Flight if they could change this. So they made now 2 click spots on this hatch actually. The one is still the metal plate, and the second one is in the red. So you need to click both of them to retract the actually to lower the emergency landing gear. But the hatch actually is not modeled, and I like to see that just the same as in the Pmdg. So that would be very nice. Also, the textures in the cabin are not that clean, and also in the Pmdg cabin textures are not so nice as in the Phoenix, so I hope they can do it better in the future. George, I was considering buying the Boeing Trustmaster yoke, but it's too expensive and not for now. I'm still flying with a Logitech joystick. Well, yeah, I'm interested also in the Boeing yoke from Trustmaster. I saw last week they had a 30% off or something, but still it's still pretty expensive. And I have a yoke, the Honeycomb yoke, but I just want to feel the difference. What is the best to fly, what is the easiest, what is the most accurate. So I'm very curious about that. So I like to have it, but yeah, it's way too expensive for now for me. So I need to zoom a bit. Alright, we'll put it like that. But if you have a Logitech joystick, I started also with a Logitech joystick, and I have it actually just next to me, and I will grab it. So this is the one, and it's called Extreme 3D Pro. That is a joystick. It's a very good one, a simple one, but it works, you know. It's with a cable. I had also one without a cable, but I prefer with the cable, and I was flying for many years with that. I have also now the Thrustmaster Airbus joystick, but that's the one that I use actually when I fly the Airbus now. So it's also very nice. It's a bit more expensive than the Logitech, but it's also nice. George, exactly the same. Well, I was already thinking that with people talking about the Logitech joystick, then yeah, mostly it's that one. So it's a good one. The only thing what I had a problem with it is that it is moving. If you use it and you just put it on your desk, it's moving a bit, so I always need to take one hand, my left hand, to hold it on its place, and then my other hand to manipulate the joystick actually. So that was a bit the thing. Now my other joystick is on the mount, and I screwed it down, so it cannot move now, the Airbus joystick. George, do you fly with pedals, rudders? Yes and no. So I fly with pedals, but not for the rudder. My pedals are actually racing pedals, so I have a throttle, a brake, and a clutch. So we don't use that here in this plane, or any plane. So I just use my pedals to brake. So my throttle actually I use for the right brake, and my clutch I use for the left brake. That helps me actually steering the aircraft when taxiing. So that's very useful. So I also use a twist on my joystick to turn left and right, but sometimes yeah, you can use a little bit of input. If you steer to the right, you can also push a bit on the right brake, and then it's easier to yeah, taxi around. So the rudders I just use with a twist of my joystick as well. So steering and for the wheels and the rudder I use the joystick. And as you can see now, it's getting very dark. Just in the front we have still a bit of the sun, but behind us it's dark. As you can see, we have a lot of stars. George, but yeah, if you are very new to the flight simulator, then yeah, it's just in time. After time, you will get better stuff, but you just need something to start with, and with what you start, that's with the joystick. So, and after you can buy something else and then upgrade, you know. But some people do their 10 years for. It just all depends. But if you have a joystick, you're good to go, and you can fly everything. But there are always other options you can do to control everything just with the joystick. So you don't need to have a yoke or throttle quadrant. Everything is perfect, manageable with just the joystick, keyboard, mouse and stuff. So in meantime, we have still 8 nautical miles to go, so we are almost at our top of descent, as you can see, and we leave our course again to do the approach, and we will start our descent very soon. 6 nautical miles to go, and then we are descending. So we will land at SAAR, S-A-A-R. That's the airport where we will land today. And in the meantime, I will start searching for it. I will not find it, of course, but I just want to search as soon as possible. And I have it already. SAAR. Alright. Rosario. Okay, full stop landing, and we'll see.
Rosario Tower, Boeing 1404 is 50 miles northeast, flight level 340, Sierra to land.
Boeing 1404, Rosario Tower.
As you can see here, runway 02.
4065 F11. Enter left downwind runway 02.
Fly left traffic runway 02, Boeing 1404.
So we just started our descent, and we need to land at runway 02 as planned. So that is the RNF runway. So we don't have ILS today. So I will check Navigraph then again. And approach for runway 02. So the final course is 19 degrees, so we will change that. 19. Oops. 19. We also change that here. 19, and LNAV so I think that is everything what we need. So ILS frequency we will not use, so we don't need to worry about that. George, thank you for your tips. I first was buy a new computer. I'm currently flying in my iMac with an SSD external drive with Windows X installed on it. Well, a very complicated and limited config. Yes, I can imagine that is a bit complicated, but yeah, once you have a better PC, a good PC that can run the game or the simulator very well, then you are good to go. And yeah, the first thing actually what you need to do then, because the joystick you have is a good joystick. It's not the best, but it's a good one. You can do everything with it, so you don't need to buy anything else, just your PC, and of course that's the most expensive. Buy a decent PC if you can, and then you can enjoy it even more. And from there you can go wherever you want. Then you can buy what you want. But of course the PC is very important. I also started with that new PC because I had some troubles with the flight simulator itself. It was stuttering and stuff. It was not pleasant to fly, so I changed the PC, and then I got actually for free my joystick from actually my father, that bought it to fly on X-Plane, but it was not really for him, so he gave me his joystick, and that's Airbus joystick, and it's very new. So that's a bit the story. I had already the yoke from Honeycomb, and then after also buy the throttle quadrant from Honeycomb, because I fly a bit of everything, and I think that's the best option you can do then. It's made for a bit everything. You can fly also smaller aircraft with it, so it don't look like the Boeing one or the Airbus one, you know, but I don't care that, because we don't fly every time the Airbus or the Boeing, so also older planes. So, and then we make here a left turn, and then we'll make after another one. We are at 18,000 feet or almost. Everything is going well, so we will land in the dark. So it will be a bit hard to see actually our airport, but if it's really too hard to see, then I will change the time a bit after we land, and then we can do a tour of the runway and the airport. But there's not that much to see, it's just a smaller airport, one runway, and that's it. So normally they land at runway 20, but there is a marker on it, so I think it's not in use now. So, but that's the only one that has ILS, so we don't have ILS today. So we change from standard to the normal one, and then we see that we are at 15,600 feet. We need to be lower, and then we make a U-turn, as you can see, and then we will land at the runway, the airport. So George, don't give up, mate, and step by step, and you will come far enough to really enjoy your adventure in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and maybe after in X-Plane, you never know. So yeah, and it's nice to have you here, as the more people that coming to the community, actually, the better. And I see a really big increase in people that are in the simulator. Actually, before Microsoft Flight Simulator there were always a lot of people, but since Microsoft came with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, there are really a lot more people that are flying, so that's nice to see. Also on Xbox, so that there's also an impact. So we are still too high. I try to catch that. So now first we need to slow down. We are 10,000 feet. So we turn on the lights and we just set it on pulse. We turn those on, and then actually we are good to go. So 10,000 feet, almost 250 knots indicated, and actually we need 200. So we descend further.
Su atención, por favor, en estos más aterrizaremos. Le solicitamos ajustar los cinturones de seguridad, trabar las pesas rebatibles de tercer y colocar en posición vertical los respaldos de sus asientos para el aterrizaje. A partir de este momento no está permitido el uso de equipos electrónicos. Muchas gracias. May I have attention please? In a few moments we will be landing. Please keep the seatbelt fastened from the back of your seat in an upright position and secure it before landing. From now on, the use of electronic devices is forbidden. Thank you.
So, course, and then we need to set the speed as well. How we change the speed? Okay, we need to do that like this. So, go to 200. And there we go. 8,200. We are almost at our height, but altitude actually, but we need to slow down as well, so we will lose a bit or getting behind. Speed brakes are out, and then we will see the airport on our left somewhere. So there we go, we have almost 200 knots indicated, and then we need to go down again. So there we go. I try to put flaps 1. So we are at flaps 1, flaps 2, but we are still too high. And we even try to slow more down and go to flaps 5, because I really need to slow down. I think 137 we can land. I will check that. 130 plus 5, 135, that will be fine. Alright, I think that will be it at 135. So we are at flaps 5, we go to flaps 10. So pretty dark. I think there is a runway somewhere, an airport. So my landings are not the best. I'm not the best pilot in the world, so but it's always a bit between how you need to do it and how you don't need to do it. So it's a good lesson here. And I see that my stream was buffering a bit. I hope it's still okay. So we make our left turn, and then we will make also the last one after. So we are at the correct speed. So I can just need to go lower. So if we can catch that. Actually, we can go to 2000 as well, and then so 4000 feet. We go to the next page, and then we actually need to be at 3000. That's what we need. 1000 too high at this point. So, but we are catching it. Okay. So that will be fine. So 3500. Alright. So for the people that want to put in a landing rating, you always can do that. Don't be too positive, and so we need to make one more turn, and then we are what is this? Trim. So at the moment we are at flaps 10. We have a visual on, of the runway. So what we will do is lower the landing gear. And there we go. And then we also can go to flaps 15. If we do first flaps 15 before we go to we lower the landing gear, then we get an alarm. So landing gear down, flaps 15, and I will make our last left turn. So flaps 15, and then speed brakes can come off as well. Go to flaps 20, and it's almost 12 o'clock here in Belgium, almost midnight. It's still freaking hot, and don't feel any difference from the air inside and the air outside. So still freaking hot. So we don't have a forelock, but we have approach. So we need to make our left turn and then line up with the runway. So it's pretty short. So we'll do that now. And I also put on the record button to if you can see our replay after we land. So auto brakes we set to 3. And then we also notify our cabin crew for landing.
Cabin crew prepared for landing.
So there we go. So we go to flaps 30. Then we have a light illuminated. Okay, it's green. So then we go down. And then I prepare myself for landing as well, because I will do that manual. And we will land with the yoke today. Yeah, with the yoke. I just need to steer with the joystick when we land. I also need to trigger the auto throttle when needed. So I will use the yoke a bit with my right hand, and then with my left hand I will control the joystick for steering when we are landed. So, 1,100 feet,
Boeing 1404, wind 068 at 12.
and we are clear to land.
Clear to land runway 02.
So there we go.
Runway 02, Boeing 1404.
As you can see, we don't see much. So just prepare for crash landing or for impact. We'll see how this goes. And so landing speed 135 indicated. So I think that's a decent speed. And we can go to flaps full as well.
1000.
We have 1000 feet. It's almost time to take control. We just let it level it up, and then we take control. I hope the alarms go up. Don't stay up.
500.
Oh, okay, so it's my plane. And there we go.
400. 300.
300. And we're going down.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And there we are floating again. That's not good. Alright, we go up again. This way too late. And we make a turn around. I don't know, my throttle is also it's actually disconnect, and I know what it did. So this is disconnected, but I needed to put back my
Don't sink. Don't sink.
throttle quadrant. That's why it stays
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't
powering up. So we do that again.
Don't sink. Too low. Don't sink.
Alright, so that was my mistake.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
So we go around. And then we try again. So we just land a little bit longer. Oh, here can go everything wrong as well. So, but I have no problem with that. But I thought my auto throttle was not going, the switch was not disconnected, but it was actually, because I was pretty sure it was working with this plane. So yeah, but I forgot to put back my throttle levers. They were still at full power, that's why. So we try just to go around as quick as possible and then make a decent landing. I think everything was going great, but just didn't pull back my throttle levers, and that was a mistake. So we are now hand flying. And we can actually put up our landing gear as well. Forgot that as well. And we are at 2,300 feet, 400 now. So it's a bit of a shame that I forgot that. Otherwise, I think it was will be a nice landing. But yeah, I forgot. I think that's always a problem if you switch so many times the planes. In the Airbus, I don't have that problem. And in the 146, I also don't have that problem because I'm already using the throttles. I'm managing the speed actually with the throttles instead of the autopilot. So that's why.
2500.
So we're working with the trim. Otherwise we go down. And we will make our turn again very soon, and then we can line up again with the runway as well, and then we try again. As you can see, it's pretty dark. So I believe we can make our turn now. We will do that. Make our turn. Just see that we don't go too low and that we don't crash. But and I will pull my throttles back now before I forget that again. And then we set our speed again, and we set it to 135 it was, I believe. 135. Actually, we need to turn. So then we go to back to flaps 10. And that's the alarm. It was actually a 15, I think. So we need to lower our landing gear as well. Or this is something else. I'm a bit confused. Oopsie boopsie, we are way too low. That's the way, that's the alarm. So we go to flaps 15 now, and then can we use flaps 20 as well. We are very low, so we need to pull up. I believe it will be just a manual, completely manual landing now. And I try to line up now correctly with the runway. It's very short now. So at 1,500 feet, so we need to go down. We're still not lined up. All right. Actually, I saw. Don't know which one the runway is actually. It is here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go it. So we use a bit of trim. George, don't worry, more in the air. Yeah, that's true. And in the meantime, we learn something, or learn to fly better manual. Actually, and now it's a completely manual approach and landing. So nothing automatically. The only thing what it is doing is keeping the speed. That is just the only thing what the plane is doing, but other than that we do everything by ourselves. And then flaps 40, and then I think we are good to land. Now I need to play a bit with the trim. Still a bit low. We'll catch that. So a second attempt to land here, and then it will be okay now. And why I do that? Why it says that I'm not too low.
Too low, terrain. 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 Too low,
Actually, I'm
terrain.
fine. I'm on the perfect height,
Terrain. Too
and I
low,
don't know why
terrain.
it says now too low terrain.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
So here we go again, second attempt,
Too low,
and I hope it will be better now.
Too low, terrain. 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 Too low, terrain.
Oh, up no calls. Alright. That's also not good.
Too low, terrain.
Okay, I needed to pull back the
Terrain.
thrust lever again,
Too low,
because
terrain.
it stayed. And this is not really a good landing. My excuse for that. Well, we don't brake with feet brakes, but we just brake
Señoras y
on
señores, bienvenidos.
auto brake. Now we go over to the feet,
Con los cinturones de seguridad
and
ajustados
thrust reverser can go now.
Los pasajeros desembarcarán únicamente por la puerta delantera. Recuerden llevar con ustedes sus efectos personales. El comandante y su tripulación, en nombre de Aerolíneas Argentinas, miembros de Sky.
So we turn here on the runway.
Y esperamos contarlos nuevamente entre nuestros pasajeros. Buenos días y muchas gracias. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Please remain seated with superfasten until the fasten to the 900 internal. Passengers, please smuggle forward into town. Don't forget to take your personal belongings with you. On behalf of Aerolíneas Argentinas, Sky Master, Captain and his crew, hope you have enjoyed the flight and look forward to seeing you.
Taxi lights on,
Goodbye and thank you.
and those can come off. So there we go. So my excuse for the very bad landing, I pulled my thrust levers completely back, but actually they were still in the position where the autopilot left it. So I needed to move them again, and then it will be completely cut off or idle. But yeah, I didn't do that, and that's why it was keeping spinning the engines.
Boeing 1404, turn next taxiway.
So I need to remember that for next time, because yep, 2 times a bit the same mistake for the same landing. But we made it after a long stream, it seems. So after 3 hours and 6 minutes of streaming, we made it. So I try to make a bit of a shorter stream tomorrow. We'll see. Because we can not fly so far with 146 anyway, because if we do the same distance, it's just a slower plane, so it will take much longer. So we go to the left here. So welcome in Argentina, in Rosario. And like I said, it's completely dark. So we'll contact ground now,
Going to 121.85, going 1.
and we look for our parking. So we just follow our green dots, and then we will come at our parking space, I believe. And then we can wrap up the stream. Actually, we will do a tour of the airport. There's not that much to see, I believe. And then also the replay. I think I better don't show it because it was a very bad one. Like I already said before, this is the standard airport that comes with a simulator, so and nothing special. but there are some buildings, and then there is always a car in the way, so I need to move to the left, and he goes the same direction. Okay, sorry mate. So we'll park here, and then there's a red sausage, but we just park our plane here. So there we go, and we set the parking brake as well. I hope it works. And there's also a thing why it don't work. Well, whatever. I'm gonna try to put it on. Yeah, it's not working. Do I need to push? Put it off. Also not working. Nope. So my plane will actually move when I go to the drone cam. That will be happening. So we will lose our plane into the terminal here. So this is the airport, and not much to see actually, and then especially it's dark. But this is the terminal, a building next to it, and more than that you don't have here. You have also the runway, what you just could see. So that is it, and nothing more than that. So we will do the landing in the dark, and then we will also change the time, and then we can see more. So we just do one landing in the dark. So I will put off the recording, I'll put on stop, and then we can play it again. So, and of course I need to go to, here we are already landed. So just before landing, this is the dark then, and voila. My engines were still spooling too hard, and that's why. And now I turn the levers back, and now we can land, otherwise we could not land. So that's actually the problem. So I try to change live real time so that we have some better view of it. There we go, and then we do that again. So just the last moment of the try again. Here we go. This is our landing. So for the people that are still are here, tomorrow we do the British Aerospace 146. We depart in what was it, in Spain, in Malaga, and that's where we depart tomorrow. Where we're flying to is not known yet. That I will decide tomorrow, depending on what jobs there are available in on-air company manager. So as you can see, this was pretty bad. There we go again. Actually I left it better into the dark, then you don't see that all clear. So yep. So but this was the stream from today, and hope you enjoyed it. Even the landing was not that great, or just a mess up, but anyway, we landed safely and everyone survived. So tomorrow, like I said, from Malaga, Spain to probably to France, I think, but we'll see tomorrow. And then we have a 146 flight. After that we fly, and I need to check that again, in Papua New Guinea. So, but that's for Thursday, our last flight of the week. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I want to say to everyone here, have a wonderful evening or night. For some people, they still need to make dinner, so also enjoy for that. And then I see you very soon again. So hopefully for tomorrow, and have a wonderful night. Cheers, mates. See you.